Hello and welcome. My name is Zafar Iqbal, and you are watching the Mojo Story. This is a breaking news. A Pakistani ranger has been held by the uh, Indian authorities, by the BSF at the Rajasthan border. Now, this development comes days after, in fact, a fortnight after a BSF Jawan inadvertently crossed into Pakistan and he was held there. But then we saw photos of him, uh, blindfolded and his equipment, his arm just lying on the ground. Those visuals were released. Now, BSF has held a series of meetings with Pakistani Rangers, but so far he has not been released. But today's development is very significant. This Pakistani ranger has been detained at the border in Rajasthan after crossing that border into India. He was detained and he has been taken away by the BSF. Now, the pregnant wife of the BSF Jawan in Pakistani custody has gone to Punjab. She has been making those desperate pleas asking for his release. He has not been released yet, and he's still in the Pakistani custody. Now, all of this is happening uh, uh, in a situation where there is a lot of tension between India and Pakistan after the Pahalgam terror attack. Remember, 26 tourists were killed in Pahalgam mercilessly by the terrorists, and there is heightened tension between the two countries. Uh, the situation is tense on the borders at the line of control, and you can see on those visuals he's blindfolded. These are the visuals of the BSF Jawan who was taken, who has been detained by Pakistan. The BSF Jawan Purnam Kumar Shaw. His wife Rajni has been desperately making those pleas asking for his release, which has not happened yet. Now, the BSF has also launched an inquiry into the detention of Shaw. A formal note has been given to the Pakistani ranger. However, according to reports, the Pakistani rangers are non-committal. Now, generally, what happens whenever such a incident takes place, that uh, there are inadvertent crossings by civilians or by members of the forces. There are flag meetings held. There are procedures, SOPs already in place. Now, according to those SOPs, these issues are resolved at the ground, and it happens very soon that if there is an inadvertent crossing, people are released after consultations in those flag meetings. But in this particular case, Pakistan is really non-committal and they did not release this BSF Jawan. Nonetheless, today's development is important that a Pakistani ranger has now been held at the Rajasthan border. This is very significant because it comes just a fortnight after an Indian soldier, a BSF Jawan, had inadvertently crossed the border into Pakistan and he was detained by the Pakistani rangers. Now, what has happened? There is a border fence at the international border and at the line of control, and that really acts as a physical barrier. But there are still inadvertent crossings that take place. It happens frequently in Jammu and Kashmir, but as I was saying, there are mechanisms to resolve such issues and to get the people released soon, civilians. But in this case, Pakistan has been delaying the release of the BSF Jawan, even as his pregnant wife has been making those pleas and appeals and asking for his release. Now, there is an escalated tension between the two countries at the line of control at the borders. Now, there are drills taking place by the Indian Air Force, and army reinforcements have also been taken to the border areas. A heightened vigil along the borders after the Pahalgam incident. India has vowed to carry out a retaliation. Now, the that retaliation can be in any form, but the situation continues to remain critical after the Pahalgam terror attack. And these developments taking place in that context, the BSF Jawan that's been held by Pakistan, even though there are set procedures and mechanisms to get for the release of such inadvertent crossings, that those have not been regarded by Pakistan. But today there is a Pakistani ranger who has now been held by the BSF. Now, rangers from Pakistan are the ones who guard the international border, the same way like India has BSF that guards the international border, not the regular army, and it's not the Pakistani army. So it is basically a, a, a force that guards the border. A member of Pakistani ranger has now been detained. Now, these are all reports that have quoted. Now, their reports have been quoting sources, but they have not disclosed the identity of the Pakistani ranger yet, or the specific circumstances that were existing at that point in time that led to his capture. But reports clearly confirming that one Pakistani ranger has now been captured by the BSF along the Rajasthan border. Now, on April 23, now a day after the Pahalgam attack, this BSF Jawan, Purnam Kumar Shaw, was detained by the BSF, that's at the international border in Punjab. Now, there have been protests carried out by the Indian side and uh, asking for his release since he had inadvertently crossed into Pakistan. But so far, Pakistan has refused to release him. And generally, it is the procedures are very simple, and these issues are resolved by local commanders in a flag meeting. Those multiple meetings have taken place between the BSF and the Pakistani Rangers, but those meetings have not led to any resolution. So far, the BSF Jawan continues to remain in Pakistani detention, and now a Pakistani ranger has actually been captured by the BSF, and the you can see on that screen, after his capture his photos were released. He's blindfolded, uh, his hands are also probably tied, and all those photos were released. BSF Jawan Purnam Shaw, um, who has been detained by Pakistan, and now a Pakistani ranger has been held by the BSF in Rajasthan. Now, there are farmers on the both side of the border, and farmers generally go right up to the border fence for the cultivation, and sometimes it happens that uh, farmers, people inadvertently cross to the other side and they are held and then released soon. There are many such cases in Jammu and Kashmir, in Punjab, when those inadvertent crossings take place. People are released in a matter of days. But here, a BSF Jawan was taken by the Rangers, Pakistani Rangers, and it's been many days he has not been released. In fact, what we're seeing are photos of him blindfolded, and uh, those photos that were released even as BSF has been trying to get him released through the channels that are existing there and through the mechanisms that are laid down through the SOPs that are laid down already, but that has not helped. Pakistan has not released him so far, and today's development quite significant that a Pakistani ranger has been captured by the BSF. He's been held in the Rajasthan border. So all of this happening at a time when the tension between the two countries is on the rise after the Pahalgam terror attack and India's vow to carry out a retaliation. We'll keep a track of this story and bring you more developments. But for now, this is the news update that we are giving to you. Uh, uh, do keep watching Mojo Story for further updates on this story, uh, and we will keep a track of this story and other related developments. But thanks for watching the Mojo Story, and thanks for for joining in. We'll keep updating on this story as and when we get more details. Thanks for watching.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.